What's up, everybody? Welcome to this week's Trev Talk. I'm just going to let you know right now, it has been a lot of takes to get this one down. Between me not even thinking about having the mic next to me just not delivering this in a way that I feel does it justice. It's been a lot of takes, but the reason for that, if you've read the title, you know what I'm talking about. This is something that I really want to make sure gets delivered impeccably, because it's a fragile topic. It's something that does make people uncomfortable. But I want to show you the way that I view this that allows me to empower myself to go out and take bold action, go after big things, difficult things, to make sure that I'm making the most out of my life. Now, the topic that I'm talking about is death. It's the fact that life is finite, and whether that is a crazy, tragic accident happens to me tomorrow, or I live a long, beautiful, happy, healthy life and die at the age of 198. There is an end to the book. There is a final chapter, and it closes. And that is, I understand, a very potentially scary, grim, depressing thought at first, but I want to give you my spin on it, because again, this is something that can be so empowering if you allow it to be. And the reason I'm talking about it is because I think so many people forget that life is finite, just in how they act and how they go about their day, and the presence and passion that people show up with, or lack thereof oftentimes. And I'm guilty of it as well. The way that I see this, because life is finite, this is the best way that I visualize it. Imagine I give you a towel that is completely soaked in water, and that water is essentially extraordinary life. I don't know how that would be a thing, but let's say it's a thing. And you have until the end of your life to wring as much of that water out as you can. But eventually there is an end date to that. To me, knowing that there is an end date provides urgency and empowerment to make sure that I'm consistently wringing as much as I can out. And in a lot of conversations I've been having with people, everyone that I come across has dreams, goals, ambitions, a better version of themselves, boom, that they want to become. And I've had so many beautiful conversations looking into people's eyes, seeing the passion, seeing the desire to achieve, to become, to accomplish. But then I see their actions, and their actions are so far removed from that passion that I saw, I experienced. And I think it, in large part, comes down to the forgetfulness, the forgetting that life is finite, the forgetting that in order to really make the most of it, there does need to be a little sense of urgency. Now, there's a balance in this, because I do believe in approaching life with a state of calm, with a state of composure, peace, gratitude, and a lot of those good, positive, light emotions. But I think there is powerful utility in harnessing the darker side and the darker emotions to leverage it to empower you to go after what you want and to go after who you want to be. And so that's the tool, inspiration, whatever you want to consider this, that I want to give to you, or at least point out to you, is to sit with it and think about it and be willing to be uncomfortable with that thought of death. Because it's something that, I don't know the last time you truly openly talked about that or thought about that, but I would argue most people try to kind of tuck it in the bottom drawer and forget that it's a thing. But just sit with it. Take a second. Really viscerally feel the fact that that is true, that is just happening. It's going to happen. And we, although have a lot of control over our health, our stress levels, our controllable variables to live a long, healthy, happy life, there are things that are beyond our control. And so making sure that every moment of every day or at least as long as you have the awareness in you to show up with that, be present, be passionate, be who you are authentically, and do it to the fullest extent that you can, knowing that there will be a day where you no longer get that opportunity. Now, if you're someone who is going after this, I urge you to try to not only continue to set the example, but to really push other people and try to inspire others to go after things for themselves, because it's just something I see far too commonly of people on autopilot, almost in a hypnotic state where they're going through the motions, saying the same things, talking to the same people, going to the same places, just robotically and systematically with no life force involved. And so, yeah, it's something that I'm really passionate about, and I can't believe I haven't talked more about it, but just think about it, internalize it, and take action on it, because everyone listening to this, I want to see you do something great. I want to see you fulfilled. I want to see you happy. I want to see you make the most of your life. That's why I do these things. That's why I sit in front of this camera for a half hour stumbling over my words and making weird faces and looking like an Italian with my hands and doing all this. It's so that everyone that I come in contact with gets inspired, educated, empowered to go do something amazing that lights them up. So please take this as that message. Take it as that catalyst to go do something, become someone, level up in your life, and make the most of your life for you. And that is it. So I'll leave it at that. If you have questions about this, how I think about it in more detail, or how I apply this in my own life, questions about maybe how you could use this personally for you and go attack things, you can throw questions, comments, concerns, agreements, disagreements, throw it in the comments. You can reach out to me privately. If you do want to use this message and go take action, if you got value from this, if you had anything that you agreed with or liked about this, click the like button. And if there's someone in your life who just seems to be forgetting this, share this with them. And until next time, keep being your best self. Peace!